Four types of offers and the closers that are right for each type of offer. First type of offer is going to be biz op. So this can be a business opportunity. This could, for the majority of the time, it's going to be somebody that's working a 9 to 5, and it's the opportunity for them to get into some sort of business vehicle to either make a great supplemental income or to fully get out of their 9 to 5. These are folks that have been thinking about it for a while. These are people that haven't taken the leap typically at that stage. In some cases, you'll see them where they had a successful business before. They're just looking to get into something else, but those are the rarity. In general, you're talking to people that are kind of wannabe entrepreneurs. They're not totally entrepreneurs yet. This type of closer is going to be somebody that's incredibly good at persuasion, identity frames, handling objections. They're going to be quite good and skilled inside of discovery. And the reason why you have to have that is because these are people that have been thinking about this for a long time and have done nothing. They're not the person that's already started, right? This is the closer that kind of has to go hard in the paint. Sometimes they can come across a little bit like a jerk on calls, I'll be honest, but they have the ability to go into what people would normally perceive as conflict and feel quite comfortable there, right? Holding up the mirror, whatever you want to call it. They're that person that's very comfortable. Next type of offer, number 2. This is going to be something that is going to be business improvement. We have 2 types of business improvement. It kind of bifurcates off here. And so the first one is somebody that's already started their thing, but it hasn't really done much yet. They're really struggling. They kind of are missing just the basic building blocks of business and whatever they do. The second one is going to be somebody that's done pretty well, right? Their business is going to be somewhere between, let's call it 60K, maybe 50K, up to millions per month. Those guys, they kind of know what they need and they're looking to go faster. They're looking to get a bigger result. In both cases, the type of closer that does well here is going to be somebody that, yes, they're good in discovery, so they have good communication, but they also have an understanding, and they're somebody that can typically get into some of the nuances of whatever that thing is that they're trying to improve. If it's business and they suck at ads, it's going to be being able to explain to them very clearly why they suck at ads and asking the right questions relative to that. If it's client success, if it's whatever, you have to have somebody that has a technical knowledge as well as good communication, good persuasion that's going to be good here. Next one is going to be personal development. This might be a mindset course. This might be fitness. This could be different things. This closer typically doesn't have to be as skilled as some of the other closers. They're going to be able to speak. Good communication is absolutely key here. If they don't like that person, very rarely are they going to move forward. The other thing is you do have to have decent persuasion, usually with identity frames where you can get people to think about things differently. They've been making poor decisions, which is why they're looking to then improve. They don't have the ability to make those decisions on their own. So you have to show them a different way to think about things and then clearly demonstrate value as we go into the pitch and in the presentation. Last one's going to be sophisticated investors. This is going to be a more seasoned closer. This is going to be somebody that has good communication, has good persuasion, but their persuasion is not super on the nose. There'll be identity frames, there'll be ways to think. They're actually very good at very concisely and in a short amount of time, giving that person a way to think that feels logical, but is also bringing up some emotions for them. The reason why this person is rare is because you have to have a high level of ability to communicate. You have to have a good level of persuasion, so much so that it doesn't feel as on the nose. It feels much more subtle, so they don't feel like they're kind of, being forced through this thing and like, what are we doing? Why are you asking me these questions? With that type of person, and this is true of all sales, if you can't answer the question, is this call a waste of my time? Very quickly and frequently during that conversation, you will lose them. So there's a different type of kind of DNA to every offer, and there's a different closer that typically works better on some offers than other. There are those rare cases that can cross over multiple offers, but in general, if you're looking at your offer, who's right there, what type of closer do I bring in? If you're a sales rep and you're on an offer trying to figure out I'm not doing that well here, where should I go? Keep in mind those 4 different types of offers and who does well there, and you will see sales skyrocket.